Historical Tidbits Round 2. As we celebrate the 70th anniversary of Holy Spirit Parish, I thought it would be great to just do another round of tidbits. So I want to take some just from the 1960s to get a better feel of the life of our parish as it was some years ago. In 1963, an open house for the church and social hall was held, along with a formal dedication by the then late Bishop Dvorak. One of the things that I found as I was reading through the history was that we do what we kind of do today. We do a lot of feeding people. Here are some snapshots of the meals that took place back then. That same year, in 1963, they served 2,200 dinners or so of the fall festival. That's a lot of meals. And then to turn around in that very spring at a Palm Sunday dinner to serve another 1,600 people. It's a whole lot of food, a whole lot of people, and a whole lot of dishes. We sure know how to eat at Holy Spirit, I guess. Whether we are serving food to the body or providing spiritual nourishment for the soul or serving education to our children, we truly serve with the Spirit. Speaking more of meals, Holy Spirit has been involved in putting on some memorial meals. For example, the Holy Spirit Guild served the dedication dinner at the open house of the new Cardinal Minch Seminary up north of us. In October of 1970, Holy Spirit put on a farewell dinner for Bishop Dvorak, as well as a dinner for the ordination and installation of our new bishop, Bishop Driscoll. Of course, we also hosted a meal for our pastor, Father Smith, on his 25th anniversary of ordination. Now, Catholic schools were very important to Father Smith and to the entire parish. In 1965, the same year as the anniversary of the 25th of Father Smith, Shanley graduated 143 seniors, and 62 of them were from Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit's enrollment had risen to 585 students, so it was really growing. In fact, some years later, I think there was a year where Holy Spirit alumni had made the dean's list at Harvard, Gonzaga, and our local NDSU. So let's also talk now a little money. I think it's always neat to look back on the financials and see how they were. The annual bazaar that they had in the 60s made about $9,000 every year. I'm thinking that would have been a pretty good amount of money back then. The overall collection, the money that were raised throughout the whole year in 67 was 167,000 or so, a bit up from when we had first started in 1952 when the collection was 45,000. In the late 60s, a typical salary for a sister teaching was under $2,000 a year, so it was a way to kind of be able to afford to really provide an education to our young people because the sisters gave so much and took such a low salary. Now we are in the neighborhood, I suppose, of needing about $1 million every year to provide for everything. Of course, that has a lot to do with just the inflation as that continues to rise. Well, some insights to the spiritual life and happenings at the parish. Around the year 1970, we had about 100 second graders every year receiving First Holy Communion. Same year was the beginning actually of when we started to have the Saturday evening vigil masses. The first ones were held at 6:30 p.m. All of the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo Parish gathered for a joint Easter Vigil service around that time at the Fargo Civic Auditorium. That must have been quite a gathering and pretty interesting as all the people from around gathered in one place for that Vigil Mass. Also, it was in the kind of mid-70s that we began to stand to receive Holy Communion. And there was actually a lot more masses too, so there were 2 Saturday evening masses along with 5 masses on Sunday as the population just was continuing to grow in our parish. So many great blessings. The Lord has truly been good to our parish. Thanks for continuing the tradition as we look forward to the next 70 years. God bless you.